While AI offers a ton of ways for us to work better, it doesn't come without risks. Let's have a look at some of the risks and problems with artificial intelligence. Yes, there are the big risks. AI could take your job, or even, as some have suggested, take over the world and make us slaves to the machines. While we should be aware of the overall dangers, these are larger issues to consider in the future. There are, however, a number of issues you'll want to consider when using AI now. To start, AI can lie. Well, not lie per se, but spit out things based on untruths or to match a pattern. For example, it knows a date should be next based on the content it's creating, so it just makes up a date. So be very careful when you're generating content that you don't assume everything is accurate. ChatGPT and similar technologies are referred to as large language models, or LLMs, because their models are trained on, well, basically the whole internet. Where there are lies, lots of them. As we used to say, garbage in, garbage out. Keep in mind, when using prompting tools like ChatGPT, that this data is going to be into their engine and used for who knows what. So any data that is private or sensitive should never be used in your prompts. Until we have the ability to train our own generative AI engines on our own data, this will continue to be an issue. Another pitfall in content generation, textual or images, is copyright and intellectual property rights. If you're using images or content, there's a possibility that you may be using something generated with proprietary images. The law still hasn't settled on who will be responsible for these types of infringements. For now, the recommendation is to exercise caution. If you're using AI to generate code, keep in mind that this code should be reviewed by a developer. If there are security flaws or other issues, you or your company could be held liable. Most of the platforms we use in this course output pretty basic code, but I still recommend that you make sure to have it in your process to analyze the generated code, just to be safe. Because AI is using the same basic data to create content and designs, there's a great possibility that designs could become homogeneous, or at least reflect and exacerbate biases. Remember that while AI can help us be better and faster, we shouldn't look at it as an opportunity to become lazy. It's important that we're always doing our job as designers to make designs that are unique and offer a good experience for our users. One caution I would give you, having used these tools, is to learn about them first before doing any work. I've made the mistake of going in with completed Figma designs only to realize that I need to basically completely redo them in order to use one tool or another. And of course, they'll each require slightly different approaches. My recommendation is to decide on your tool first and then start designing from scratch using the parameters necessary for that particular tool. Ultimately, this technology is still very young. Many of the tools we'll be reviewing in this course are still in beta or just out of it. They're not perfect, and this entire area of progress is still finding its feet. In a few years, many of these products will be gone or highly evolved. New ones will have appeared, and new laws will be in place to regulate AI. For now, by all means, have fun and use them, but be careful and be aware that they are far from perfect.